everyone, welcome to module code ECL2601. The name of this module is Early Communication, Language and Literacy 2. This will be a welcome introduction and module orientation. My name is Dr. Thokozane Dyosini. As mentioned, I am the primary lecturer for this module. My name is Dr. Thokozane Dyosini, and I'm so excited to take you through this academic year. Wishing you all of the best. So let's go through the purpose of this module. The purpose of this module is to develop professionally competent educators or teachers who can demonstrate the general principles, focused knowledge, and skills that are appropriate for facilitating learning in early childhood development ECD contexts. This qualification requires in-depth specialization of knowledge as well as practical skills and experience required in an ECD context. So let's talk about the outcomes that are related to the assessment criteria for this module. So the assessment criteria will guide you in achieving the outcomes of this module. You are expected to achieve the following learning outcomes. We have 5 learning outcomes that we're going to go through together. Learning outcome number 1, discuss an emergent approach to literacy in the early years and in the context of African languages. As we know, we have a multilingual culture in South Africa. Our children speak more than one language, and we are passionate about teaching African languages. Learning outcome number 2, identify and engage with competencies related to emergent literacy and context influences. Learning outcome number 3, explain oral language, emergent reading, and emergent writing in the early years. It is important for us to allow our children in their early years to speak, to read, and to write proficiently. Learning outcome number 4, analyze appropriate learning environments to support emergent literacy. Finally, learning outcome number 5, apply the emergent literacy approach through play for young children. As we know, children from birth to 9 years old need to learn through play. That is the most important aspect of all of our modules. I'll now take you through a module overview of what you will find on our learning management site called My UNISA. So under the My Modules tab, you will then find the module code ECL2601, and then all of this relevant information will be there. We'll go through it together on the module site so you can see where to find the relevant information. Learning Unit 0 is basically general information about this module, which I'll take you through when we get to the module site. I would advise you to start from Learning Unit 1 moving to Learning Unit 4, as information and content will be uploaded as we go. And this is important for you to see that Learning Units 1, 2, 3, and 4 all have a variety of choices, questionnaires, and discussion forums for you to engage with the content throughout the year. Your assessment plan. You are following a continuous assessment plan, which means that you have 4 compulsory assessments: Assessment 1, Assessment 3, Assessment 5, and Assessment 7. These are compulsory. Assessment 2, Assessment 4, Assessment 6, and Assessment 8 are contingency assessments that you only submit should you have failed the compulsory assessment or not have had an opportunity to submit before the due date. So Assessment 1 and Assessment 2 are multiple choice quiz assessments. Assessment 3 and Assessment 4 are written upload file assessments where you will engage with long and short questions that you need to answer. Assessment 5 and Assessment 6 are also written assessments that will have long and short questions for you to answer. Assessment 7 and Assessment 8 are multiple choice quizzes that you will have to answer on our learning management site. Let me briefly take you through our various learning units. So learning units are working in connection with our learning outcomes. Learning Unit 1 is understanding an emergent approach to literacy, especially African language literacy in the early years. Learning Unit 2 entails competencies related to emergent literacy and the contextual influences of multilingualism and other factors. Learning Unit 3 oral language, expressive and receptive, emergent reading and emergent writing. And lastly, Learning Unit 4, which entails supporting emergent literacy through play and other multilingual and cultural resources. So let's keep the conversation going. You can email me on the following email address about anything related to the study guide, the learning management system, or the pending assessments. My email address is as follows: dyositp@unisa.ac.za. Now I'm going to take you to the module site where you will be finding all the relevant information. So when you get to my UNISA, you click on log into my modules. Once you have logged in on my modules, you will click the drop down and look for your relevant module. That is not your module. This is your module. Your module is ECL2601 in the year 2025. I have written a brief welcome for you that shares the purpose, the specific outcomes of this module, as well as relevant information on navigating the learning management system. On your left-hand side, you will see an orange tab that says Open Course Indexed. This is helpful for you to navigate all the various things that are present on the module site for you. We have frequently asked questions, prescribed material, official study material, as well as your announcements, additional resources, assessments, as well as the content in your learning units. So let's start at the top with your prescribed material. There is no prescribed material or textbooks for this module. You will have to rely on the study guide in order to understand the content for the assessments. Under official study material, you will find tutorial letter 101, which when you click on, and you will then be able to see all the relevant information to this module. What is important for you to note about this module is that it shares the purpose, the outcomes, curriculum transformation, resources in terms of your recommended books, electronic reserves, the library services, your study plan, the assessments, as well as everything related to academic dishonesty and integrity. This is important for you to know because we will be taking academic integrity very seriously at UNISA, and we will be sharing our AI policy with you as well once it is approved. As mentioned, you have 4 compulsory assessments and the other 4 are contingency, and all the relevant information is here in your tutorial letter. I want you specifically to pay attention to the information related to plagiarism and cheating because it will not be tolerated at UNISA. Now we're going to go to the announcements. I have already shared a few announcements with you already, specifically pertaining to academic integrity and dishonesty. There is a UNISA 2025 Innovation Challenge. If you have any bright ideas that need support, please apply to the challenge. And lastly, there was a training related to the library catalog and electronic resources, and you can then access relevant information from that training if you click on the link that is shared. Under your additional resources, you will find your study guide. So you will then click on your study guide and a PDF format will show, and you can save this to your laptop, your device, your desktop, your phone, or any other device that you will be using for your learning experience. That brings us to assessment number 1. Assessment number 1, as mentioned, is a multiple choice question. In order for you to complete this multiple choice question, kindly note that you have 3 attempts at this assessment, and we will then mark the highest mark of the 3. You will click on preview quiz in order to see the assessment questions, and you will then have to choose the correct answer to the question listed from A to E. There is also a quiz navigation where you can see that there are 100 multiple choice questions for you to complete throughout this assessment. So you will then choose the correct one and move on to the next one. I have only chosen that one for demonstration purposes. It is by no means the correct answer. As mentioned with assessment number 2, you will not be able to access any of these assessments that are not open as yet. Assessment 2 only opens on the 4th of April, and then you will be able to access it. Moving on to our written assessments. Assessment 3 opens on the 1st of April. And here you will see that you are able to then click on a PDF once it is available and download the assessment to complete it and then upload it when you are done. We will go through the assessment uploading and downloading process when the assessment is open during our online student support lessons. Now let's go to Learning Unit 0. Learning Unit 0, as mentioned, is general information about the module, starting off with a discussion forum where you need to introduce yourself. It says, welcome to the 2025 academic year. Please introduce yourself in the discussion forum and share one fun fact about yourself. My name is Dr. Thokozane Dyosini. A fun fact about me is that I enjoy playing Candy Crush during my relaxation time. This means that when I want to switch off my brain and not think about research, content, assessments, and academic work, I will play Candy Crush in order to relax. Please engage with the discussion forum so that I can get to know you better. Moving on to Learning Unit 1, where we have a choice, a questionnaire, as well as a discussion forum. I will be taking you through the choice in order for you to see what it entails and what is expected of you. The instruction reads as follows. Look at the choices below from the Learning Unit 2. Choose one of the options below for us to focus on in our next online student support session. So you have the choice of an ECC approach, who is a literate child, promoting language and literacy, the role of the teacher, as well as literacy opportunities in the classroom. You can choose your choice based on something you either don't know anything about, that you feel is difficult, or something you want to know more about because you have a keen interest in it. You will then click on it and save your choice. I will then be able to access all of the choices that have been saved, and then I will choose the highest one to do a lesson about it in our next online lesson. Let's move on to Learning Unit 2 so I can demonstrate how the questionnaire works. The questionnaire works as such that you will be able to answer the question here, which reads as follows. How can a teacher use illustrations, pictures, or drawings to support reading comprehension in learners during their early years? And here you will be able, from the student side, to put in an answer to this questionnaire so that I can see what your understanding is of the question. And lastly, if we go into Learning Unit 3, we have a discussion forum, which is similar to the one in Learning Unit 0, where you will be asked a question. For example, in this discussion forum, you are expected to answer the following question. How does numeracy development begin in early childhood, and what role does play-based learning have in this process? Use examples to support your answer. And here you will be able to include your input in our discussion forum so that we can see our ongoing understanding of this content. I hope this has been informative for you, as I've shown you how to get through all the different aspects on the learning management site, MyUNISA. It is my honor and privilege to serve as your lecturer for this year, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Ngiyabonga, ndoribuanga manda.